Hi everyone, it's Sunday, it's Mother's Day. I just want to make a quick video. Let me turn off my diffuser. Stupid things. I don't know what we're breathing. Anyway, I want to continue my dialogue about the pineal gland and our path to this ascension destination that I know is going to occur on the 19, 20, 21 timeline. I'm just going to talk in confidence, not so much talk in doubt, because if we don't set a destination and be confident about it, we won't get there. So, and I'm sideways today, so I'm trying to get used to looking at the camera there. So I wanted to address something about CBD oil and the pineal gland and how the effects of cannabis, CBD, DMT, just how they affect our systems. So if you look here, I have my computer, and I'm still trying to work on technology, people, hang with me. But it says here about cannabis and the endocrine system. It says cannabinoids may have potential to regulate the endocrine system and assist with cases of certain endocrine disorders. One endocrine disorder could be like, let's say, hyperthyroidism or hypothyroidism, how your body reacts to production of your hormones. So it says a 2008 paper published within the journal Endocrine Related Cancer states that endocannabinoids are able to inhibit cell growth, invasion, and metastasis of thyroid, breast, prostate tumors, because cannabinoids such as THC also activate the same receptors due to similarity in molecular structure. They may be able to achieve similar effects. See how they say may like 2 or 3 times? They don't have proof. This isn't proof. This is not facts. Cannabinoids such as CBD may also be able to assist with symptoms of non-psychoactive that exhibit numerous medical applications. Side effects of some endocrine disorders include anxiety, insomnia. I have anxiety. This is why I'm on this journey to figure out how to kick anxiety's ass right now. CBD is well known to reduce feelings of anxiety, except for Aaron here. As documented in human studies, the cannabinoid may also help with improving sleep patterns, which it can. Sleep decreases anxiety. So the main thing to do there, peeps, is just to try to find as much sleep as possible. So I wanted to just share that. And also, let's take a look at the glands in our body, the hypothalamus, the pituitary, pineal, all in the head. So let's say, for instance, that, I wish I can draw a picture. I had an example in my head yesterday, and the example was, if this were my brain, okay, so if this were my brain, and I don't know, I can't do this much. Bear with me. So here is CBD oil, because oil is it's a solid. You say it's a liquid, but you can't break. You know what I'm saying? When it can't be diffused by water, so it stays in its solid structure. So if I'm trying to get through the brain here and I'm forcing my way through, guess what happens? There's no blood going into that certain area, right? There's less blood flow going into this area. So if this is your pineal gland and your brain is supposed to respond to the flow of the blood around the outside of the tissue, because blood doesn't go directly into the brain. Study science, people. This here is a potential threat, because what happens is it makes the pineal gland go into a psychoactive state. This is why people do DMT and they have like such a good time off DMT. And I'm not knocking anybody or anything. I'm just trying to state the facts, that I'm trying to produce evidence that the pineal gland is so important to just keep it melanated. Honey, apple cider vinegar, raw honey, raw apple cider vinegar, melatonin, lemon balm, garlic oil. Those things help the heart and the mind. And I'm sorry about the poor example, but it kind of does make a little sense, though. Okay, so moving on here. Going back to the thymus, pancreas, adrenal glands here. This is probably also why there's dysfunction with pancreas production over time. This is what worries me, is if there's not enough flow and blood flow through the head, it's certainly going to be pressure on the lower parts of the body. Thus, something's going to have to give. And what's closer to the pancreas, what helps protect the pancreas is the adrenal glands. So if someone is like working out too much, or they get great exercise and they're doing a lot of CBD treatments, this could over time endanger the pancreas. And this can also cause, like what I had a year ago, sudden changes with thyroid production. Now, I'm no scientist. You have to do your own research and your own homework, and you have to consult your own physicians about your own questions you have. But in my perspective, this is just what I'm sharing and what I understand. And then the last part I wanted to go to is how cannabis affects the pineal gland. I just gave you an example. So in ancient Egyptian and in the Hindus' symbolism, it's also known as the third eye, or the third eye chakra. It's when many of cultures put the red dot between their eyes. It just means that they're in a status of expanding themselves, their life, their journey. So going to text here, it says, however, the long answer allows the nuance. The chakras do appear to correspond to important psychological locations throughout the body. And then, in this case, the third eye, the pineal gland, not only appears as important neurological organ, it is in fact a light sensing organ structurally similar to the eye. Let's move on. So that's the background of the pineal gland. A lot of the old pictures of Sumerians, they had pine cones on their head. That's kind of what they interpret as the pineal gland. So here was my theory that I agree with this website, royalqueenseeds.com. It says, let us consider how the name pineal relates to the glands of the... Wait, this isn't what I wanted. But this just talks about the hypothalamus, communicates the presence of day and night, how the body responds to day and night, dark and light. This is why they always say, like, serotonin in the early daytime, which I'm starting to do now, and then melatonin at night, just to put my body back in balance, because in between of serotonin and melatonin is anxiety. The impact of excessive use of CBD oil or cannabis or THC could cause, what it says, it may reduce melatonin, in which would adversely affect your sleep. Yet so many people use cannabis to help them sleep. The effects of cannabis relieve worries and physical tensions, and then over time may hamper sleep. So too much sleep with less melatonin production is as bad as being insomniac. And now it says here, cannabis and sleep requires further study. So there's really no proof that it does what it does. People are just going off of their own belief. I just think this is important because, we're coming up on some times where we need that psychoactive response naturally, and we have to figure out how to feed that part of our body naturally. So I hope that was some healthy details and information for you. I can only do my best to do my own research and share what I understand. It's not my job to convince people to believe what I'm saying. I just found a perspective and something that is potentially used in the wrong aspect. And it's kind of like my silent battle, where it's like the world tells you to do something and then you follow it, but then it could be the wrong thing, or it can hinder you over time. So have a great rest of your Mother's Day, everybody. And shout out to my mama. Hey, girl. All right, talk to you later. Bye.